So to run it back, I had Jazzy Jeff on the podcast when it first
man,
started.
You getting everybody, man.
This was 10 years ago when I had Jeff on this pod. This was old. I was on podcast early.
Yeah,
so I had
sure
Jeff,
were, bro.
I had Jeff and Kwame on the same episode, and Jeff told us the story about, of course, the script. New Line Cinema suing them. And then when they got the script, they was like, "Yeah, y'all suing us. We're not about to do no movie with y'all. Like, fuck this script." So, and then somehow the script landed in your hands. So when the script landed in your hands for House Party, what was your first take on it?
Well, I'll tell you, Skillz. At that particular time, we didn't know that backstory. We didn't know that they had been going back and forth with Jeff and Will, or that they was even considering them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Reggie Hudlin, the writer and director of House Party, he would approach me in the in the clubs all the time. Or initially, he was just he was a music video director. This is way before I think he even wrote House Party, to be honest.
Right.
And he was just like, "Yo, man, I'd like to do your videos." You know, we had a couple of videos out, and we were making noise in the Northeast.
Right.
And he was like, "Yo, I'd love to do your videos." But we had a dude we were working with at the time. We had a white boy we were working with, and we were happy with him. So I kept it smooth. I was like, "All right, man, no disrespect, but boom, we got that." Blah, blah, blah. And then one time he rolled up on me and he was like, "Yo, I got a movie script, man. I'd love for you to read it and blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "All right, bet. Like, and in our crew, when it was time to read something, that was my job. You know what I mean? Like if Herbie or Play got approached, they'd be like, "Yo, let Kid read it."
Right.
I'm like, okay, all right. I went to college. I had a degree in English literature, so that was my job to, and whatever. Like I said, everybody had their superpowers. I guess mine was reading. Okay, so I get the original script for House Party, and I read it, and I had read several movie scripts that people had approached us with, and a lot of them, they were not good. They were trash. Like, can't save it. But this one here was different. I remember reading it, and I remember telling Play, and I remember telling Herbie, I was like, "You know what?" I said, "Yo, I think this joint is like 70% there."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "I think we can get it. Me, Play, Herbie, I think we can get it the rest of the way." That's what I told him. I think we can get it there, or pretty damn close. And so we entered into discussions with them. They had us come down to New Line Cinema's offices in New York. Reggie Hudlin and his brother was the producer, Warrington. And so we went down there and we met with them, and we they gave us like little screen tests and chemistry or whatever like that. And so to your point, like we never knew any of that back stuff was going on. We didn't know if we were second choice or first choice.
It didn't
or
matter at
choice.
this point. Like
yeah. So and I remember coming out of that one of those meetings. I remember coming out of it saying, I don't think we did too good. Like I don't think we're gonna get it. And so we left, and one of the New Line executives was like, "Hey man, let me walk you guys out, to the thing. It's right on 14th Street, like 14th between like 7th and 8th, right in the city. Right in the city." And so, the guy, the New Line executive, he walked us out and shit. And it just so happened it was about time that school let out. It was like after 3:00.
Right.
So there's like a high school like right down the street.
Oh,
I forgot what high school it was.
The kids saw y'all.
Man, listen. Man, you'd have thought the Beatles got back together, bro. Let me tell you.
Wow.
They started bugging.
And he saw that.
Dude, he saw all that, man. He had to stop it because they was going to overtake us. He was like this. And at the same time, he's looking like, we got to do something with these motherfuckers here. And I think that was part of it. Yeah. So I think I was part of it.
The frenzy was already there.
Exactly. And that's something that that's the hardest part. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you can't buy that kind of publicity.
Yeah, so we coming in, but to your original point, that could have happened with Will and Jeff as well, and being close with them and tight with them all these years, I have no doubt in my mind that they would have done a great job in House Party. I have no doubt in my mind, but it just things just flow like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they bowed out of that. That became a great opportunity for us. We had our sitcom deal at NBC before they did, and we bowed out of that. We had a beef with NBC, and we was like, F y'all. And then that slot went to Will and them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's weird how those things.
I had no clue that y'all had a sitcom deal.
Oh man, we had a sitcom deal before everybody. No, because what it was, Skillz, it was based on, first we had our cartoon deal at NBC. First rappers to have a cartoon. So we had that, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So we had that. They love us, right? So they want to do a sitcom deal as well. So we got so at NBC, I got a Saturday morning cartoon deal, and
a TV show,
and we're in development. Yeah, we're in development. We're gonna develop a sitcom deal. This before Will. So they talking about they canceling the cartoon series, and we this is why you can't let your emotions rule your business mind, because you're gonna make some bad decisions. So, man, that cartoon, I don't know what, we was feeling some kind of way, man. That cartoon was like really important to us, right? And we were like, man, they gonna cancel our cartoon. But we were thinking small-minded. Now, what they were doing, what NBC was doing was, at the time, if you remember, they were moving off cartoons, period.
Yeah.
And they were moving it to live action. So you get Saved by the Bell and, all them different kind of shows. So all the cartoons was getting pushed to the side. We didn't, I didn't see it like that. We didn't see it like that. We saw it very self-centeredly, like, so
and live action could be anytime. So cartoons was regulated to Saturday mornings.
It was a wave, and NBC was in the front of it. If you remember, they started calling it TNBC, like teen NBC. Like, we want to get it off these little kids. We want to get in these teens and these tweens. So you get Saved by the Bell, and all of those shows. There was no more cartoons on Saturday morning. Not on network. Right. You know what I mean? They went. That's what begat Cartoon Network and all that type of stuff, right?
Right.
But we wasn't looking at it that way, man. We took it personal, man. And me and Play decided in our short-sighted Queens minds, we told our managers, we said, look, if they're gonna clip this cartoon, we don't want to do a sitcom with them.
Oh God.
And our managers was like, no. And we was like, yes. So and the NBC was like, no. And then finally it was like, are you serious? And we was like, yeah. Because we thought, you know what I mean? We thought we was going to get both. We thought they was going, you know what I mean? We thought they was going to throw the cartoon back on, and we going, they was just like, all right. They probably knew they had Will in the back pocket. They're like, all right.
Yeah.
But see how that worked? Will and them turned down the movie. We get the movie.
Right.
Playing I got the TV. We turned it down. They got how that work out?
Right.
It worked out good for both. But
yes, it did.
I sure wish we'd have had both. That'd have been nice.
Here's a little story that must be told.
And it goes a little something like this.